Let's read together. Today's book is called Breaking News, Fairy Tale Fraud by Pye and Magnus Blomster. It's dedicated to Malachi. You bring an insane amount of joy to my life. I love you more than you can imagine. It's also dedicated to Loretto. Remember poor Humpty who sat on a wall? He tittered and tottered, then had a great fall, while all the king's horses and all the king's men tried hard to put Humpty together again. That wasn't the end, as you're taught to expect. There's more to this tale than most people suspect. King Dumpty each year gave a kingdom address. His speech would be brief. It's a year of success. We won't change a thing. We are safe as we are. It's helped us and served us and saved us this far. To keep things the same, the town gates were shut tight, and Eggsville repeated the same day and night. His subjects felt glum with the daily humdrum, and Humpty, his son, bemoaned what they'd become. Please, Dad, he would beg, there's more we can be. I want to explore and to learn about me. His dad would look stern. You are safe as you are. It's helped you and served you and saved you this far. And so the eggs yawned through a life that was plain. But nearing the speech, Humpty tried once again. King Dumpty spoke sharply. I've said this before. You pestering child, do not ask any more. Poor Humpty looked shocked and he raced off upset. The king was stunned too, and he started to fret. Page, summon my men! His page bugled the call. And that's when poor Humpty fell down off the wall. The king was beside himself, pacing around. The king's men returned. Humpty could not be found. Then opened the gates. The king ordered his men. Well, open them now, but then never again. The horses were ready. The gate creaked ajar. Then out rode the horsemen, but not very far. They rounded a corner and found with a fright a ghastly, a gruesome, a terrible sight. The horsemen all wailed, Humpty Dumpty is dead! I'm not in the least, a familiar voice said. In fact, I feel excellent. I feel like me. I'm being the Humpty I wanted to be. They all gasped with shock as the head horseman cried, You weren't just a shell. There was something inside. They picked up the shell bits and laughed with a wink. I wonder what King Dumpty's going to think. The king was astonished, relieved, and then scared. I'm glad you're all right, but this cannot be shared. We haven't much time. Summon all of my men. We need to put Humpty together again. Poor Humpty protested, I want to be me. The king snapped back angry. You really don't see. We can't change a thing. We are safe as we are. It's helped us and served us and saved us this far. But secrets like this are great trouble to hide. And soon, Humpty's fall was big gossip outside. The clock ticked away while the king paced and paced. Poor Humpty lay still while the king's men all raced. But try as they might, the exhausted king's men just couldn't put Humpty together again. They heard the bell ring for the speech to take place. King Dumpty and Humpty raced upstairs at pace. The king stepped ahead to address the town square, then gasped at a change he could never repair. For speckled or spotted or striped or just plain, colored or dashed, no one looked just the same. All the eggs had come out of their shell. King Dumpty swooned, and then he fainted and fell. Alarmed, Humpty peeked and then gaped at the sight. The birds were all waiting. He swallowed with fright. "It's clear," he addressed them. "There's more we can be. It's time to explore and to learn and be free." The crowd clapped and cheered, then he smiled with surprise. His dad, now recovered, was wiping his eyes. "Things won't be the same," he agreed. "That is true. We'll welcome this change and we'll start here with you." The crowd roared applause as the father and son removed Humpty's shell till the job was quite done. They cheered even louder to hear the king state, "And now, lovely Eggsville, let's open the gate." Hooray! Yippee! Yay! Yes! Awesome! New Eggsville was vibrant and life-filled and fun, as everyone relished who they had become. As King Dumpty watched and admired and learned, he slowly in time also hankered and yearned, till one day when Humpty perched up on his wall, he heard a familiar but jubilant call. "Hey, Humpty," a voice sang, "just look at me flit. I took off a bit and I just couldn't quit. I've watched how you've changed and I've learned it's okay. I talked to my worries to keep them at bay. It's scary but stuck in the same as a bore. Now race time," he laughed. "It's time to explore." Thanks for reading with me. We learned with this book that sometimes new things are scary, but sometimes it's worth trying something new.